A desperate attempt to free a child from beneath the rubble in Gaza's Jabalia refugee camp. There's no more fuel to run the equipment used to dig through the debris to get her out. Residents resort to shovels and their bare hands. But it's too late. Desperation in hospitals too. Gaza's biggest medical facility has been surrounded and then searched by Israeli soldiers for days. Denied fuel to keep medical equipment running, the hospital's director tells Al Jazeera all ICU patients have died.
We are carrying surgical operations without anesthetic, without even oxygen. We are performing surgical operations with least medical supplies and medical resources at hand. On some occasions, we are forced to leave patients to die because we are helpless. We cannot perform any surgical operation onto them. The least we can do is to give them some painkillers, intravenous painkiller, to let those victims die in peace.
And premature babies without functioning incubators, oxygen or electricity continue to die.
Really totally terrifying situation here. The Israeli tanks and the Israeli troops have been around, moving within the hospital area, all over the hospital. The situation is totally, difficult. They are shooting all the time, in all the areas. They are bombing certain areas of the hospital.
Fewer and fewer of Gaza's hospitals are open and just barely operating. In the middle of chaos, one nurse receives the body of her sister's son. Rescuers no longer have the capacity to search for the living, and there's little time to mourn the dead before Palestinians in Gaza are forced to confront the next catastrophe coming their way. Across the Strip, a chronic shortage of fuel and food is bringing infections and hunger. Sewage and sanitary systems are down, and wastewater has spilled onto the streets of residential areas already leveled by air raids.
All life has stopped. The sewers have stopped working, there's no fuel, the rubbish is overflowing everywhere, the bakeries have stopped.
There's rubbish in the streets and sickness has spread. What more can I tell you than that?
The United Nations says that outbreaks of disease have already started to spread and will only get worse. Behdad Mahichi, Al Jazeera.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.